Crap, I forgot to turn in a quest. Ooh, he's getting low in health. 633. 537. Got a kill. Oh no, he's gonna... Oh, he's almost dead. 144. Healing potion. Healing potion. Where's your hit? I think there's a safe spot in here, isn't there? I think if you... I think there's a safe spot you can go to here. Ah, well, yeah. Or stomp into a big regrowth, back into bear form. Back into bear form. Oh, no, no. Why are you going into kitty form? Why are you running? Why are you running? Why didn't he just go into bear form? Like, right here, when he lands this heal. Like... Like, why not go into bear form? Right there. He's only got 2 mobs on him. They're yellow mobs, and he's got bear form. I don't understand why he run. Why he run? Excuse me. God, why he runs? I just lost my voice for no reason.
Looking for something specific? can I help you? Be careful. See you around. Hello. Del Nadris.
And I just realized that I was talking for like 3 minutes straight and my mic was muted. So what I was saying was, there's only one person in the stream, so I'll just wait till there's more people in the stream, and I'll just kind of go over what I did off stream. I was like level 10, I think, and I just was like watching some movies, and I did some really basic stuff in Elven Forest. We did, we'll wait till there's some more people on, and we'll just catch people up on what I was doing. Nothing crazy, just these Velong camp, some of the quests just south of Goldshire, and I got a group to do Princess, and now I'm coming back to Teldrassil to knock out some of these Teldrassil quests. I'm concerned that I'm not going to be high enough level to progress to Darkshore because I would like to be level 15 when I hit Darkshore, which I don't think I'm going to be level 15, so we're just going to have to see. For some reason, I feel like crap today. I don't feel good today. I just feel blah. I feel very blah today. I think I ate too much crappy. Like over the last few days.
Be careful. Farewell.
Over the last few days, because I was over at my wife's uncle's or niece, I don't know, somebody's house. Her aunt's house. I was over at her aunt's house because her uncle's really sick and he's going to pass away. So I was over there and I ended up eating a bunch of food there, and then they gave us a bunch of food to take home, and I ended up eating way too much food in the last few days over the holidays, over the New Year's and everything, and I just feel kind of blah. I feel fat and, and I feel like I eat too much food. Let's put it that way. So what is this? Oh yeah, there's the warrior quest that we haven't done. Forgot about that one. So we'll pick up the tumor quest. Oh wait, we haven't done Temple of the Moon. Okay. All right, we'll do Temple of the Moon. That's good because that's worth a lot of experience. We probably can get to 14 pretty easily before we hit Darkshore. Yeah, I think that's what I was last time when I hit Darkshore, so 14 should be fine. Helm of Fire is actually a pretty good item. It's actually a pretty decent item.
What brings you here? Asha Fela.
I'm listening.
I think I'm a little bit bummed too because I have to go back to work on Monday, and my long vacation, which is like super long, it's like 15 days or 12 days or whatever it was, is almost over, and I'm a little bummed because I didn't do as much as I wanted to. I didn't get accomplished as much as I wanted to get accomplished over the vacation, which is always the case, isn't it? It's always the case. You're like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I didn't go to the dentist. I wanted to go to the dentist. I didn't take my pets to the vet, which I kind of wanted to do, but I didn't. I didn't get my hunter to 60, because I was playing other characters. I just felt like I didn't set up my new computer, although I did part of that. I did some more work on it, like cleaning up my hard drives, and I had to identify where my M2s are going to be installed, and nothing challenging, just need to get off my ass and look at my motherboard and see where I was going to put stuff. But so I feel very blah today. I just feel very blah. Blah. What's up, Vols? I feel very blah right now, Vols. I feel fat. I feel old. I ate way too much crappy food the last few days because everybody was throwing me all this food at me. We were at my wife's aunt's, because her uncle's passing away, and then basically it's just everybody sitting around trying to console each other, and everybody's eating food, and they're throwing like cakes at me and pumpkin pie, and I ate too much of that, and then all I did today was sit around and play WoW and drink a ton of soda, which I should. I drank like 4 sodas, which is way more soda than I normally drink in a day. I just feel like totally blah right now. I feel like blah. And then my wife's over at her aunt's right now, and she wanted me to go, and I was like, oh man, I don't feel like going because I feel like blah. And I didn't do my vacation's going to end on Monday, and I feel like I could have done more stuff over the break. Could have set up my computer. Could have went to the dentist. Could have took my cat to the vet. I didn't do any of that stuff. I feel like a failure, like a total failure. Oh my goodness. WoW banned me for 2 weeks. It's like, what the? It's like, fuck my life, right? Just woke up today and I feel shitty. Anyway, so beyond my horrible life. Yeah, exactly. Beyond my crappy life. It's not a crappy life. I have a good life. Most days. I did level up a little bit off stream. I think I was like level 10 or something. I just went, all I did was go to, I was over in Elwyn. I just did the easy quests. I did the quest south of Goldshire, super easy ones, the candles, the gold dust. I did Princess. Somebody got in a group with me, did Princess. I did Eastvale Logging Camp, which is super easy. Got the bandanas, got the lumber, killed the wolves, killed the bears. Returned to quest in Stormwind. I did the level 10 class warrior quest in Stormwind to beat up the guy at the bar. Did that to get my defensive stance. Couldn't do the follow-up quest to kill this guy because it was level 12 and level 10 right next to each other, and I felt like that was too risky. So I passed on that, and I forgot to do Jess Blood Mine, so I fucked up on that. Then I ported back to where I am now, and I'm going to do the Teldrassil quests. I've got to pick up the warrior quest here, the Shady, and I also have to pick up the Tumors quest. So we're back in Teldrassil, and we're going to try to level to level 14 before we then go to Darkshore. And before you know it, I'll be right back where I was again at level 17, which is what I was, like day before yesterday? Like yesterday, I was 17 on the other warrior. And today we're going to be hopefully 17 on this warrior, so not a big loss of time, really. And we're a night elf to boot, so that's cool. But before we do that, let's have some fun. And let's look at some hardcore death clips. This first one's actually pretty fun. I haven't done this in a while. These things always make me smile, so... Okay, so there's this people are like going to, I guess, Skolomons. I think it's Skolomons, the one that's on the island. I can't remember. I always get them confused. Skolomons, Stratham. I think it's Skolo, right? Because yeah, Skolo. So, and the guy's coming in to meet the group, and he loots the blood of heroes, and then immediately he's typing in party help. So this is a pretty funny video. So these guys are waiting at Skolomons, and the hunter, being a complete typical hunter, decides to loot a blood of heroes. He's getting his ass whooped by some elites, and he's yelling at the group, help. So they're like, oh shit, we better go help him. So here we go. So he's like hitting the map to see where he keeps going to the map to try to find out where's the hunter at. Although I can't see who's got targeted, but there's a character here which could be the hunter, but
The fuck? What's up?
fallen hero, and he's got like the hardcore unit scan installed, so it's saying fallen hero elite detected.
Oh my god. Help me.
And so here's the hunter being attacked by multiple elite fallen heroes.
Blood of Heroes gedrückt, Blood of Heroes gedrückt.
He's almost dead. Look, he's almost dead. Totally gets saved by the rogue. Right? The rogue comes over and blinds this hero, which probably saved his life.
Oh mein Gott, ich hab ihn. Du musst aber laufen, Digga. Stimmt du nicht auch, stimmt du nicht auch.
And you can see there's 2 elites.
Ich hab ihn erstmal. Ich meine, wir können die auch killen wahrscheinlich, ne?
Nee, können wir nicht, Digga.
He almost kills the hunter again, but the hunter feigned death. Feigned death that gets him into a trap, I think.
So, Digga, lass ihn übersterben, Digga. So. Ich bin halt jetzt übelst low, ne?
Ja, lauf.
I like how the person who's doing these videos translates this. I mean, I don't know what language this is. Vols, what is this, like Russian, German? What is this? Hold on a second.
Ja, lauf.
Lass ihn sterben.
I have no idea what language that is. I don't think it's Russian. It's not German.
Lass ihn sterben. Ey, wir müssen den töten. Wir müssen den töten.
Oh, it's German. It's got to be German because he said a Tuten, which definitely sounds German. So it's cool because he's translating the whatever the language it is here. So I like one guy goes, "Let him die. Let the hunter die." Right?
Ey, wir müssen den töten.
Guys, we have to kill him. We have to kill him.
Ich kann nicht laufen.
Yeah, I think it's German.
Ich gehe jetzt
Alter, ist der geistig behindert, der Typ.
nicht
Ja,
gegen
ja.
Now he's saying run, right? The hunter's bandaging.
Das Omega Monka jetzt gerade hier, ne?
You fucking ape.
Ich kann nicht laufen, der greift.
I like how these guys are speaking like German or something, but all of a sudden in the party, Jay says you fucking ape. What kind of a like what is ape anyway? Is that like just being stupid? Like if you're a gorilla, does that just mean you're being dumb? I mean, what's the reference? Like when you say someone's an ape, like you're stupid, you're an ape, you know?
Jetzt hier an.
Ja.
Ich mach Sticky Glue.
Sticky
Hab
glue.
ich auch noch.
I got one as well.
Ich bin wieder
Nice.
geholt, komplett.
Ja. Ich habe auch Sticky Glue für den.
Dick, mach drauf.
Sticky glue.
Weiß nicht.
Ja. Ich kann halt nee, ich kann doch nicht mehr vanishen. Scheiße, Digga.
He's like, I don't have vanish.
Kommt noch ein Trap.
Ich denk's.
Trap.
Ja, perfekt.
Now just run. Why doesn't he pop cheetah, like group cheetah?
Und jetzt am besten irgendwie nicht mehr.
Oh. Stop. Oh, you're attacking him. Bro.
Ich.
Weiß auch nicht.
Unbelievable.
Einfach nicht mehr angreifen.
Ja.
And he says just stop attacking because they're not going to reset if you keep hitting him, obviously. They're going to chase you forever. But the hunter just keeps attacking.
Big Potten. Nein, ich bin der, okay.
Definitely German, 9. And the rogue, level 59, dude. Level 59 rogue.
Bra.
You fucking giga ape.
Ich hoffe, er weiß, Digga.
I hope he knows what he did, bro. It was a death log. So 59. Did these guys die? Wind Furies and Ogmeg. Let me rewind and see if those are the other guys. Yeah. So wow. So this guy ends up dying. The warrior ends up dying. The rogue ends up dying. They were all level 59. Holy shit. Here's the thing. What would you do? Hey, Vols, what would you do? You're at Skolomonts waiting for this hunter to come meet you so you can do the dungeon. The hunter loots the blood of heroes. What would you do? I would not attack the elites. I would not attack them. I would basically like I don't know. I probably wouldn't help. I'm not going to lie. I probably wouldn't help them. I'm like, if you loot the blood of heroes, you're on your own. Yeah. Is that what you would do, Ripoff? If he looted the blood of heroes, I'd probably just say, sorry, man. I would just tell him run. Say run and try to reset, but you're pretty much fucked. I'm just like, I'm on a level 59 character?
Bra.
You fucking giga ape.
Er weiß, Digga.
He looted the blood of heroes and caused 3 level 59s to die.
Oh my god.
This one's just stupid. Whoever edits these videos, he cracks me up sometimes how he switches music. Check out, he always does like kind of like tense music on these like dungeons, and all of a sudden, you know, and then like, and back at the ranch, you know, or back at Mulgore, there's a guy sitting in the middle of nowhere by himself, and so the music changes to this like really serene music. Watch. Yeah, everybody's like all stressed out in the dungeon, like, oh shit, we're dying. And then back at the ranch, you've got Emilio doing some Frost AoE leveling. And way too close to the mobs. You don't need to be that close to Cass. Why are you that close? He's way too close.
Health warning.
Biff.
No way.
Honestly, I've never AoE leveled a mage, and I've never leveled a mage to 60 in Vanilla WoW, but if I ever did, I would definitely install the add-on, like that I use the range display, just so I could see, like, and I would always be casting my spells at like max range. If I was doing AoE leveling, I would always make sure that I'm like max range when I'm casting, because I don't want to be anywhere near those huge, massive groups, you know? Chest Baiter invites you to a group. JC, my lair 3, opening chest. So, So what happened is this rogue invites this other rogue to his lair because there's another rogue there looting the chest at the arena, and I guess they want to kill him, right? I don't know who JC is, but apparently this guy Dog Snout apparently knows him or something. But he just comes in.
Hit that fucking piece of shit.
And just annihilates him.
Oh.
Biff.
Oh my god!
Love him. Oh fuck!
Oh my god, what have I done?
The server is saved. The server is saved.
Oh my god!
I don't know. I don't know what the server is saved means. Graves looks like he cuts his hair by himself. Graves looks like he's cutting his own hair. Like he's sticking a mirror over his head, trying to cut it, over the top of his head, trying to cut his hair. Because that hair looks jacked fucked up. I'm like, who cut your hair? Are they like half blind? I wish we could hear what he was saying. I like Grace, though. Grace seems like a pretty nice guy. I'm just joking when I'm making fun of his hair. You guys should see my crazy hair. My hair looks like Albert Einstein right now. So he's getting low on health. He's trying to kill this one. For some reason, he's really... His potions coming off cooldown. That's a really weak potion for a level 30. Like, for a level 30 character to only have, like, the level 12, I think this requires, like, level 12 for this healing potion. You'd be better off, having a greater healing potion, so that's kind of surprising. Okay, I think he dropped a target dummy there. Yeah, he did. Now he's going to use the healing potion because it came off cooldown, but as you can see, it's a really crappy healing potion, so it didn't give him much health, like 200 health or something. Now he's going to stomp into regrowth. Now here's the thing that gets me. You've got a level 29, level 30. You just healed up to, 426, and I think you've got some, some ticking, heal over some hots. You got some hots going. Like here, just shapeshift into bear form. Shift into bear form here, and it's a good day. You can't tell me that you can't go into bear form right now and take out these two mobs, right? Like, there's no way. They're not even elites. And they're just yellow. You're a bear, man. Like, I don't understand this. Like, he doesn't go bear here and just take these guys out. I don't get it. Like, he goes into kitty and runs. I don't get that. And I haven't watched the rest of this, so I don't know if he dies or anything, but I just don't understand why he would not go to bear there and just kill those guys. Instead of doing this. This seems crazy. I don't understand why he does this. And now, of course, now you go into bear. My favorite part about this cave that kills a lot of people is there's this really cool thing with this cave. Let me see if I can get. I want to see where we can see the entrance. There's this really cool cave about this cave. When you go out the entrance here, there's a lip here, and it's weird. It's like one of those weird things in WoW, kind of like what they have in Searing Gorge, where if you just jump over this lip and land on the edge, it looks like the edge is flat enough for you to stick it and not fall, but it isn't. You'll hit it and you'll slide right off it. So this ledge here, you don't ever jump over this ledge because it is slippery as it's very scary. And I see a lot of people do that. I see a lot of people kind of jump over this, or they run out here and they fall off it. This was like, I can't believe he died here. I don't understand this clip. You guys let me know. I played Druid enough to know that there is no way he couldn't have survived this. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And Graves has played Druid like a shit ton. This guy lives on Druid all the time. Like, look at this. Right after he... So, War Stomp. He's going to do Regrowth. Right? He's got Regrowth up and Rejuvenation up. He's at 359 health. These two, all he's got to do is go into bear form, man. Just like, I don't get it, man. I don't know what the fuck, man. I think this is just a pure panic moment. Which is surprising for someone like Graves who's played this game as much as he has. I wanted to see. I was hoping he'd get to the edge and fall off, but he didn't even make it.
Off stream, just recording.
Oh, and then this guy. You guys know I'm not a big fan of this guy because he's a total asshole. Tyler's just a dick. It's just that simple. This guy's just a dick. I'm not even gonna watch. I don't want to watch anything with him. I mean, he's just a fucking cock. And this is light skin Jesus, and I've seen him die a couple times on these clips. And the first time I saw him die, he like totally like was like, "Fuck this game. This game sucks." But then he was back at it again and dying again. If he dies this time, it's gonna be at least 3 times I've seen him die.
It's on a level. We'll be there fairly quickly.
We'll be there fairly quickly.
I feel like I want to say I can tank Wailing Caverns at 18, but I just don't know.
Oh man, it's gonna be so funny if he dies right here. After he's talking about tanking Wailing Caverns at 18.
Intercept would be nice, right?
Look at his health. Watch his health.
No shot.
Watch his health. Look at his health. It's already too low. Dude, watch your health, man. It's getting low. Okay.
No shot,
Healing
man.
potion?
There's no shot.
Now you just aggroed a third.
Totally fucked.
Oh, God.
I'm totally fucked. I have this poison on me. I'm dead.
He's dead.
I'm fucking dead, brother.
It's like the 3rd time this guy's died, at least. Light-skinned Jesus. He better start praying because, man, Jesus is not his fucking co-pilot, man. There's no Jesus sitting on his shoulder right now. What he said. That's Monkey? That's Monkey Papunky? Did you see that? He said that's Monkey Papunky. Look, it did. Look. What the fuck? I wanna like chat GPT that. That's Monkey Papunky. Oh, I gotta chat GPT that. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? What does Monkey Papunky mean? Monkey doesn't have a widely recognized standard meaning in English. Okay. ChatGPT doesn't even know what that means. What's with all the balloons behind him? We have a potion. Oh, you're fucked. Dude, you're fucked. About to pop shield. 9! 9! The internet. It's the internet's fault. The other thing that's funny when people die is you always hear the things I hear the most common are you kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? That's what I always hear when people die. You know? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? I wish the game would someone would program into the game, like the developers at Blizzard would and whenever someone says, "Are you fucking kidding me?" the game would whisper them back, "No, I'm not." That would be fucking hilarious. It was the internet. Mm-hmm. Again, the internet got him. The internet killed him again.
I think this dungeon's cool, even though I don't really...
Oh shit, get that roach. I feared a roach back there.
Oh no, the roach! The roach! There he goes!
It evaded.
It did it! The roach pull, baby! So, the roach pull is classic, man. Like, when we were on Skull Rock, doing hardcore on Skull Rock, I actually, as a hunter, it was my job to kill all roaches, right? Even though I was like a melee hunter, I still would, I still would carry a bow just so I could shoot the roaches. And I have a macro that just targets roach, and then I would just, shoot him with arcane shot or even auto shot. It just takes one shot to kill him. But I constantly am hitting my macro, which is basically just target roach basically. And so you got to have that. I didn't realize that roaches were such an issue in this particular instance, though. But this is the second clip I've seen where it's gotten people killed.
That's how that goes here.
I mean, I'm assuming people are going to die here. Bay.
Heal for you.
Better be a big heal for him.
Or something.
I can't.
Road needs.
Notice how the camera's like zooming in. Notice how like you could see the party window. Check this out. Like when this clip started, like you could see the party window, and as the clip plays, it just slowly like zooms in.
That's how that goes.
Which I can only assume the person who edited this video is doing that for like emphasis. You know, they're like trying to emphasize. Watch how the party on the top left of the screen is slowly disappearing as the camera is slowly zooming in.
I can't.
Road needs aggro off.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, you are fucked. You are so fucked.
Boy needs to heal.
You need to run. You need to run, jump down. Run, jump down, and hearth out.
Need some kiting.
No, just jump down.
Naked earth mine.
Can't you just jump down and hearth out? No? Maybe they can clear it. Maybe they can kill him. I can't tell. The camera's so far zoomed in.
I think we're good now.
Well, if you focus... Jesus. They look like they're fine. They're fine. They should have this. Yeah, they're fine. Unless they aggro another group or something.
No, I'll save it.
Oh, we got it. Nice.
So, just a clip where, whatever. What is this? Don't die. Carter Hardcore. Run. Oh, he's like, run? Really? Oh, shit. Yeah, you better run. No, nobody say no, just fight. Target dummy. I love his facial expression doesn't change at all. Like, that is like deadpan. Like, the only thing that changes on his face is his eyes. You know? Look at that facial expression, nothing changes. If he dies, I guarantee you that facial expression will change. If he dies. But it looks like this is kind of bad. I want to see more deaths, man. Oh, retaliation. Never pop retaliation. Pop shield wall before you pop retaliation. Why did he even pop retaliation? No mobs are even hitting him. Like, he popped retaliation and nobody's even fucking hitting him. What? Now finally somebody threw like a fireball at him or something. Okay, popped fear. It only feared one though, which kind of sucked. Ooh, he's still in trouble. Oh, don't hit him. Oh, don't hit him. He hit him. That'll reset him. Now he's dead. Yeah, I don't know why he hit him there at the
All I'm
end.
saying is with Tonka, you know, I've never seen him struggle in this place, but
What the fuck's Tonka? Is he talking about
That gas that you
Tyler
got,
douche?
smart.
Yeah, he's talking about Tyler.
gassing a better player. That's what I'm saying. Straight up, he is better than you, buddy. I'm sorry. It's true.
Okay, if someone said that Tyler 1 was better than me as a tank, I would take that as a big insult because he is straight up garbage. Tyler 1 is a terrible tank.
And you
I
know,
don't know.
and
I had 2 level 60s.
he feels 1,000 times better to play with than you do.
He's got to be
I've been
just...
nervous for the last 3 runs because you're doing
What?
weird shit. You
What?
fucking do weird polls, yeah. You
Damn.
complicate easy shit.
If this guy's being serious with him, I would be like, well, I'm not grouping with you anymore. I mean, that's... If he's really being serious, that's just kind of douchebaggery.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, dude,
Oh, you're not trying to be rude, but you sound like a cock. Right? I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just being a cock.
You
the
spitting
constant
bars
jabs,
right now, huh?
the talking down to me. Like, I've done this place more than you have. Actually, like, you just suck.
Jesus.
No, you are actually worse than him. I'm not kidding. I'm not glazing. He's better than
I'm not glazing. What? Oh my god. Sometimes watching the hardcore death clips, I feel like my intelligence goes down a little bit. It's like watching like Jerry Springer or something. Because you're just watching like the lowest of the low. Oh, I'm a bastard. I'm a bastard today. It's because I feel like shit today. I don't know why, but I don't feel good today. I feel really crappy. Like mentally and physically today, I'm just not feeling good. So apparently that means I'm just going to make fun of other people. Why not? Fuck them. Yeah, we need to grab this quest and this quest, then we can get the hell out of here. It is sad, though. I gotta admit, it is sad. I see so many streamers, like, that suck at WoW. I mean, they literally suck at WoW, and yet they have, like, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers. And it kind of pisses me off. I have, like, no subscribers. And at least I can play the game, right? At least I fucking can play the game. At least I know what the fuck I'm doing. At least sometimes. Not all the time. At least I can kill a deer. Man, the chat is so quiet.
Can I assist?
Am I just being too much of a dick? You guys are like, this guy's a cock. So, Vols, did you see that fucking Bitcoin's starting to come back around? I knew it. We knew it would. We knew it would. But that was kind of sad. I wanted to see more deaths, man. Nothing brings me more glee than watching OnlyFans people die. I actually enjoy it. I'm like, oh, look, another idiot OnlyFans death. What was the one? Wasn't this one? 2 days ago. This is just sheer stupidity. Best of hardcore. Yeah, I definitely don't want to watch that. Blood of Heroes. There's no more good ones. There is nothing. Nothing. Did I even grab the quest? I'm like, my brain is just not in the game, right? You can tell I'm not in the game today, guys. My brain just isn't. My head's not in the game. I shouldn't even be playing right now. That's how bad I'm. That's where my mental state is right now. It's just not here. Not focused. Better get focused or we're gonna get killed. Can you... Man, this was like the hardest thing I've done so far on this character was jump over this ledge.
Here there. Watch your back.
How much silver do we have? Okay, we got 16. Alright, better learn how to use bows, because I have a bow that I can't use with arrows, and I have a gun that I can use, but I have no bullets, so... That's... I love that. I love that. I have a bow that I can't use, but I have arrows, and I have a gun that I can use, but I have no bullets. It's just like, that is like some next level stuff, man. But now we can use a bow, so here we go. We finally have a gray ranged weapon, the cracked short bow. But I would rather use the gun, because the bow animation is a little bit wonky on this bow. Actually, it's a lot wonky, to be honest. It's not a little bit, it's a lot wonky. We just need to find somebody who sells us bullets. Ah, stringy wolf meat, really? Withered staff.
May the stars.
I should put some of this stuff in the bank. Yeah, let's go put this in the bank. We're like wasting so much bag space here. Oh, hey Rip-Up, I didn't see your chat. You said you swore you saw 30 people die in the same spot. Are you talking about the Graze for Day clip? You probably were. Yeah, a lot of people die in the Harpy area. Well, the thing is, there's a quest there where you loot. I think you loot those chests or something, and it spawns the Harpies. And I think the more you loot them, the more it spawns. I think a lot of people don't understand how the quest works. I don't even understand really how that quest works because I never do it. You know, I don't ever do that quest because I don't really play Horde that much. So. Ooh, the brutish legguards of the bear. Those are cool looking leggings. Alright, let's put this in the bank. We'll put this in the bank. We're gonna put this in the bank, this in the bank, this in the bank, this in the bank. And this is gonna go in the bank, this is gonna go in the bank. That's how much bag space I was wasting. What is this? Oh, okay. And actually, let's not, we're not worried about the staff training right now. Oh, yeah. The bird's like zipping by with no shoes on. You're barefoot. Girl, get some shoes. Girl, get some shoes. She's like running by and got no shoes on. I'm surprised she got the name Emerald. You'd think that would have been taken. Maybe she's had it for a while. She just hasn't played the character. Okay, so what quests can we do at level 12? We can do the mossy tumors. We're kind of... I'm thinking. Let's do the mossy tumors and at least get to level 13. We're currently at 8.85% crit. So once we hit 13, we'll be 9.85. Yeah, she's easy to kill. I don't feel like I'm not in the quest mood either. I mean, I'm really in a funky mood today. Very much in a funky mood. Oh man. Why did I pick warrior, man? I'm really feeling the pain of just really slow rage generation. It's really painful. Not really enjoying that aspect of the warrior right now. Where it's like I have abilities, but I just can't use any of them because I have no rage. It kind of sucks. But it will get better over time, but man, it's really annoying. Guess we can use our... I'm not using Blood Rage, that's why. Guess we'll have to start using Blood Rage a lot more. Let's try the two-hand weapon and see if we kill faster. Just out of curiosity. Well, not if we miss. No, it took just as long to kill, and we took more damage. Of course, we did miss one of my swings, which is why I hate two-hand weapons. I hate missing on a two-hand weapon. It just feels so shitty. Level 11 spider. This ought to be interesting. Battle chain pants. Yeah, can't use those. Nope. Oh shit, even this guy's killing me, kicking my ass. Ah! Well, again, I can't even walk across the map without failing. Walk fail, parkour fail. Oh, yummy. Lightning. I think this guy heals himself. Interrupt. I was waiting for that heal. I was like, nope, you're not gonna heal. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. I hope.
Lovely.
No, I couldn't get the interrupt off. Oh, maybe I did get the interrupt off. Actually, I think I did get the interrupt off. Didn't look like I did. But he did not get any health, so I must have. You're good with level 10.
Lovely.
I don't like fighting guys that are like yellow to me on this character. So as soon as we get this quest done, I think we need to do something else. I mean, we're gonna hit 13, but I'm trying to think if there's a better area to quest at. That spider did come down pretty far, didn't he? This one.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
See that? But so can she.
I am on.
No, we're not going to do that quest. The tree has no branches, look. That tree has no branches. You see that? Okay, what happened to the top of this building here, guys? It's just, you know, Sylvanas came over and just cut it off or something. Is it? It hasn't always been like that. Oh, is it? Is this tree always like this? No, that can't be. This is fucked up, right? Hold on a second. There's no way that after all these years of playing WoW that I never noticed that tree always looked like that. Let me go to the top of this and I want to get a view from up high. Yeah, look, like this tree has all the branches just are chopped off. I never noticed that before. That is so weird. That is really weird. Huh.
I am listening. Goodbye, dear Natris.
Holy shit, walking simulator engaged. You know, in most MMOs, I don't like it. I don't like it when you can like set like a waypoint and have your character walk to that point. But man, in World of Warcraft, how nice would it be to be able to just say, you know what? I'm going to create a waypoint that goes from here to Dolinar, and then, you know what I mean? I would love to be able to create like a waypoint that says go here to here to here to here to here, you know? You know, just let it go, you know? Just let it walk for me. That would be so nice. Sometimes the walking does get to be a little bit ridiculous.
Greetings. Go in peace. What brings you here? May the stars guide you.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Ooh, parkour! I actually jumped off the side there, which is a rarity in WoW. I jumped off this side piece here. Oh. Maybe it was just the downside. Let's see. Yeah. Damn it. Didn't I fill that? What the fuck? I thought I filled that. What? Apparently I stopped the animation of filling that? What the hell? I'd almost want to go back and watch the stream to see that, but I could have sworn I just filled this damn thing. Good thing I checked. Crazy. Okay. What is going on? I think it is filled. Let me reload. I think the UI is just bugged out. Yeah, see? Wow, the UI was just fucked up. It was. I did fill it. Not only was it bugged out on the map, it was actually my item said it wasn't filled, and now you can see it clearly says it's filled, whereas just 2 seconds ago it said it wasn't. That's kind of weird. No, he did not die. It's actually a funny story. Which is probably why I'm in a bad mood today. I'm in a very bad mood today. And I don't think I was in a bad mood this morning, but now I'm in a bad mood. And I couldn't figure out why I was in a bad mood, but now I know I'm in a bad mood. Because Blizzard banned my fucking main account. That's why I'm in a bad mood. I got a 2-week ban on my main account. And that's why I'm in kind of a pissy mood right now. And I didn't really realize it until just now I thought about it. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm pissed off. You know, because I was like leveling. Here, let me show you. So they banned my main account because, and I'll tell you why. The reason they banned my account is because, and Valus, you probably know why, and I know that because like when I do my melee hunter, like I do a melee hunter build, my melee hunter build requires flurry axes, right? I took all my gold that I had at level 40 or I think level 40 and spent it all on a flurry axe. I wanted to get another flurry axe, I had no gold. So I did what a lot of people do, and I hardly ever do this, but I swiped my credit card to buy some gold so I could get another flurry axe. And they banned me for that. Okay? I did it because I wanted 2 flurry axes because that's what my build uses, and that is what I want to show people. I want to show people that the melee hunter does work, and this is how you set it up. I do it for you guys. I spend my own money to show people that a melee hunter works. Right? It's not because I'm trying to like grief anybody. It's not because I'm trying to like go and be like the best player. You know, it's not like because I'm trying to race to 60. It's not because I'm trying to get in the top guild. It has nothing to do with any of that. I just do it because it's good content for the viewers. People watch the stream. I want them to see that the melee hunter can work really well, right? And so Blizzard banned me for it for 2 weeks. But apparently, I was talking to somebody on the stream earlier today, and they said that their friend got banned for 6 months for doing something like that. So I guess maybe I shouldn't be too mad, right? I guess I shouldn't be too mad, right? So I got banned. I just explained, Kubu, I got banned for 2 weeks. So I have another account, right? And I've gone through and explained this today like 3 or 4 times already, but I'll explain it again so people understand. So I have 2 WoW accounts. I have this WoW account. The reason I have this WoW account is because back in Mr. Pandaria, I was leveling up my third max level character on Mr. Pandaria, and I was talking to my guild, and I was bitching about how I was sick of leveling fishing, like maxing my fishing out. And someone in the guild said, hey, just use a fishing bot. He whispered me privately and said, hey, use a fishing bot. He's like, I've been using these for years. It works great. And I'm like, really? Okay, did you get in trouble? He's like, no, I've been using this shit for years, and I always use it to level my fishing. And I'm like, all right, fine. So he sent me a link to the fishing bot. So I installed it. I used it twice. I used fishing bot twice just to help me level up my characters fishing from like 200 to like 300 or something. Because I was like 225 or something, and I just used it to like get me to 300. And then I was gone from WoW for like 3 days because I was doing something in the real world. And then I came back and they banned me. They banned me for using it. And it was so funny because, and actually I think it was Vols, I think you're the one who said this, that actually you remember like back in Mr. Pandaria, there was a huge ban wave that like hit everybody. Because like fishing bots were rampant. They were very common. A lot of people used them. And I never used one until right then. And that's the time that Blizzard decided to really like, get people for it. And so they put out a huge ban wave. And I remember hearing in the guild, I remember the guy who, actually I remember this now. The guy messaged me and said, hey, don't use your fishing bot. And I said, why? And he goes, I hear that Blizzard's banning people. They're banning a bunch of people right now for using fishing bots. And so I didn't. After he told me that, I did, but it was already too late. I had used it twice, right? And then, of course, I go away for 3 days, come back, and my account was banned. And it was fucking banned for 6 months. They banned me for 6 months for using a fishing bot twice. And I was pissed. I mean, you gotta be kidding me, right? And so I went, and I was like, well, I want to play WoW. So I created another WoW account, which is this WoW account. And that's why I have this WoW account. And here's my, where's the launch? This one. So this is my account that I created back in 2000, whenever Mr. Pandaria was. And it's my Jumpy Wizard account. And I think it's funny. That's like a name that they picked. I didn't pick that name, but I think it's a really cool name, by the way, Jumpy Wizard. I think that's cool. And so when I got banned just yesterday, I was banned yesterday, I guess, because I tried to log in and I couldn't. And I went to my email and it said, you've been banned for 2 weeks. Okay, fine, whatever. I swiped the credit card because I wanted to get another Flurry X because that's my build. And I wanted to basically push the Melee Hunter to, I want it to be viable. To be viable, I need my double flurries. That's just what I use. Anyways, so they banned me for that. And I hope they ban everybody else because there are so many people buying gold on the servers. It's like, if you're going to ban me for buying that for that one thing, you better be banning everybody, right? Because I don't like buy gold selling. I wish that nobody sold gold on servers. The problem is, because people are selling gold, the prices of items are ridiculous. I spent all my gold that I had on my character for the first Flurry X, and I talked the guy down. The guy was trying to sell the Flurry X for 250 gold. I didn't have 250 gold. And then no one had, and it was when the server was still pretty new, and he kept dropping the price and dropping the price. He got down to 200, and I private messaged him. I said, I'll give you 150 gold for it, which was all I had. That's all the gold I had. And he gave it to me for 150 gold. Well, then I wanted to get another Flurry X, and of course, I was like, shit, I don't have 150 gold. And even then, all the Flurry X's were like 250 or up or higher. So I fell victim to basically the fact, the prices are inflated on WoW servers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, 250 is really cheap, but try coming up with 250 gold when you just spent 150 on the first one. And then on top of that, I mean, it is, yeah, 250, like on Skull Rock. You know how much they were on Skull Rock, Kapupa? The Flurry X's on Skull Rock about 3 months after Skull Rock was out were like 400 or 500. And then on servers that have been out a long time, the price just keeps going up. If the server's populated, like on Grobulus, for example, like on Grobulus, Flurry X was going for like 800 gold. There's no way people run around with 800 gold. Not really. Free Shady, yeah, exactly. So they banned me. So I was like, fuck you, Blizzard. You know what? Fuck you. The only reason people fall into buying is because the prices are so fucking inflated because there's so much gold selling that goes on that inflates the prices. And like you said, Kapupa, 250 is really cheap, right? I mean, it is really cheap, but it's still like way more money than most people have, especially if you want to buy a mount. Plus, I paid 150 gold of my own gold for the first Flurry X, and then I didn't even have a mount, so then I got to come up with 100 gold for my mount. So now you're talking 250 gold. Now you want me to come up with another 250 gold on top of that? You know, it's just ridiculous. It's crazy. So, whatever. So I came over here on my other account. So I basically deactivated my other account. I said, fuck, I put the reason, fuck you, Blizzard. Like, you know how you cancel your WoW account? And it says, give your reason for why you cancel the WoW account. And there's like, oh, too much, blah, blah, blah. And at the very bottom, there's the radio button that says other. And that other, I just put, fuck you, Blizzard. And I said, cancel account. And I put, fuck you, Blizzard in the comments. And then I came over to this account and I just activated this one because I've had this one for a long time. And so I came to DOOMHOWL and I created this character and I leveled her, you know, to level 8. And, you know, gray gear only. These are both gray gear. All they have is gray gear. Leveled her to 8, and then when I got over to the Night Elf area, I did the wetland skip where I went over the mountains by Ironforge, cut through and got to the wetlands, and then came to the Night Elf area. And then it was so funny. It struck me, why am I not a Night Elf? It's like somebody slapped me in the face and said, when I'm thinking, why am I playing a human? You know, and it's because I play so many paladins, and paladins can only be humans, right? I don't know. I don't think I know that person, Kapupa. And so anyways, it struck me. I'm like, why am I playing a human? Because I really like Night Elves. I've always liked Night Elves. But the reason I play human usually on the warrior is simply because the sword and mace racial is just really good, you know, especially when you're leveling up, you know, and, you know, you don't get a lot of hit rating until end game. You know, having that extra like 5 skill on your sword and on your mace is really, really, it's really helpful. It's like another, I can't remember how much it is, but it's like having like another percentage hit. It's like having like 1% hit or something, maybe more. I don't know the streamer. The name kind of sounds familiar. Anyway, so I leveled this one to 8 yesterday. And then I got to Night Elf area and said, you know what? I don't want to play a human. I want to play a Night Elf. So then I started over again. And I created this one. And now I've leveled this one to 13. And again, we're doing a self-found hardcore, you know, warrior, gray gear only. And here, but I just started streaming like an hour and 24 minutes ago. And I've just been in a foul mood, and I finally realized the reason I'm in a foul mood is because I'm pissed that I'm having to do this again. You know, my warrior was already 17, and here I am doing it, you know. So I leveled a warrior to 17, a warrior to 8, and a warrior to 13. And where am I? I'm only level 13. I feel like, shit, I should be like 25 at least, you know, or 30 already, you know. So I'm a little bit pissed off. He showed on stream how he bought 1,000 gold on purpose and also said that he really bought it and showed the chat between him and... Well, that's really dumb of him to do that because Blizzard will definitely ban him if they see that. So, but tons of people buy gold. I mean, oh my God! Like when I was on Grobulus, I was even on Skull Rock. You know, there were people in the guild that I knew that definitely were buying gold because they told me they were buying gold. So there's a lot. Gold buying is rampant across WoW. It's so bad, and especially in the raiding guilds, because the raiding guilds, like trying to get the consumables is so difficult to constantly farm all the consumables, like the super high level consumables, that people just, they don't want to deal with it. So they just basically buy gold and they use the gold they buy, because the gold on servers that have been out for a long time is really cheap. You know, like if a server's been out for like a year or two, you know, it doesn't cost that much money. You can spend $10 or something and get a pretty good amount of gold, which is enough to help you get your consumables. So now when the server's brand new, yeah, the gold prices are like crazy. You know, they're super expensive, but whatever, you know, whatever. I don't care. I'm mad about it, but you know, it's my own fault. I shouldn't have bought that, but whatever, you know, I wanted the viewers to see the optimal setup for the melee hunter, because that's just, you know, that's the way it works. And I didn't want to spend, you know, 2 weeks grinding out. Yeah, although I did. Even so, I still spent 3 days grinding wolves and elementals. I spent like 3 days not just killing those guys all day long for 3 days to get like 100 gold so I could buy my mount. Like, I mean, I grinded that shit out, right? You know, now I feel like, why did I even bother? You know, why did I even bother, man? But he doesn't really care if he gets banned. Well, yeah, Blizzard's so stupid with their bans. I mean, if you get banned, if they would do like an IP ban, that would be something different. I know some games do IP bans, I think, but I don't think Blizzard does an IP ban. I mean, if they just ban you, you just create another account. It's kind of silly, right? So it doesn't even cost you really any money. You know, I mean, you just activate it. What, it's you pay $50 for another month of sub. You know, so it's kind of, you know, instead of banning people for buying gold, you know, they need to be banning the gold sellers, right? Need to be banning the gold stars. I don't know if you guys saw that one YouTube channel where the guy's been running around trying to kill the bots. And we watched a little bit of that video, I think, last week. And it was kind of stupid because he put up a video saying they were threatening his life, like the gold sellers were threatening his life and his family and shit. And then he put a video on his YouTube saying, I'm never going to do another video about WoW again. And then, of course, the very next day, he's doing videos about killing bots again. I hate that about streamers. I hate it when streamers say they're going to do something and then they completely contradict themselves. You know, hello, Asmongold, he does that all the time. I fucking hate that shit. Same thing with, like, we were talking about Narc yesterday, how Narc said, this is my last Ashes of Creation video. I'm like, bullshit. Like, you've been covering Ashes of Creation for, like, what, 3-4 years? Your whole channel is developed and you've got 60,000 subscribers for the 3 years worth of work that you've done making content for Ashes of Creation. You're telling me that you're just going to cold turkey completely stop? No, there ain't no fucking way. He's going to make more videos in Ashes of Creation. You know, I would bet $1 million on that. But I hate that shit. I hate it when people lie like that, you know? Whatever. I'm in a salty mood today, so I apologize. I'm very salty today. Because I feel like this character is level 12, but she should be like 20. You know what I mean? I feel like I should already be 20. At least 20, probably higher.
What brings you here? Goddess, watch over you. May the stars guide you. Elune, light your path. How may I help? Can I assist you? Be careful.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing an elite. I don't think we're going to be doing an elite and great. So yeah. It's frustrating, you know. I mean, I wouldn't even be playing WoW if there was a better MMO. We need to just play some Rift, man. We need to play some Rift, dude. You're getting your mace skill up and raise it, yeah. I'm just a little bit burned out on the gray leveling since I've now done 3 characters. It's kind of pissing me off. But I'll be a lot happier once I get up to like level 25. Then I won't, I'll feel a lot better about where I'm at, you know. Just right now, I'm just kind of pissed off. Fuck you, Blizzard.
My goods are of the highest quality.
Well, I've tried 20 or 30 MMOs in my day, and WoW's I have the most fun playing WoW for sure. There's a lot of things about WoW, even vanilla WoW, that really piss me off. The add-ons and the configuring my UI every single time I jump on a new server is incredibly annoying. That's always frustrating, and having to keep add-ons up to date is annoying. And I just don't think there should be add-ons. I think that when you play a game like Black Desert Online, you don't install add-ons. When you play a game like a lot of other MMOs, like even like Final Fantasy, I don't install add-ons when I play Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? So no, you can't play with the standard WoW UI. It's just garbage.
Greetings.
Well, the problem with the standard UI is you can't scale the bars and move stuff around. Like in retail WoW, you can. They've changed retail so that you can kind of customize the UI, so you can kind of get around that. You can play around with it. But yeah, there's no way I could play vanilla with just the standard UI. It would drive me bonkers. Let's get rid of this one. Abandon. What level? Character profile. Yeah, I mean, I do that. No, I copy over the profile, but I still end up having to configure bartender, and I still end up having to like configure recount. Like all my add-ons are there, and like usually like my player frames are in the right spot, my keybinds are correct usually, you know, my macros are there. So all I have to do is just kind of set up bartender, set up sexy map, and set up recount, and that's just about it. Everything else is pretty, like the weak ores are all still there, so everything else is pretty much, so it's not that big a deal. It's more of a big deal when you go to an entirely new server, you know, that doesn't have any add-ons or anything. Or if you go to a different version of WoW, and you know, obviously your add-ons aren't going to work because they're the wrong version. So that's just a pain. The Hacks will return, Zelch. I almost named this character Shady Hacks. Because Hacks is kind of a good name for a warrior, you know, hacking away. But I've told you the story. I know I've told Zelch the story of where the name Shady Hacks came from. And it came from Unreal Tournament because I was so good in UT. People thought I was cheating, so they always said that I hacked, but I wasn't. I was just that good. In fact, people who ran their own private, because you know, in Unreal Tournament, all the servers that were up there were usually private servers. They were servers that people would run. They would go to a machine, install WoW, install the Unreal Tournament server software or whatever, and you'd run your own server, and you'd administer it. And then sometimes a lot of times those players would play on their own server, and if someone came in their server and they were really, really like crazy good, a lot of times they would just ban them because they're like, oh, they must be cheating because they're so good. So I got banned on servers all the time or booted, and it wasn't because I was cheating. I was just that good, you know. And so I got called. People would say, oh, you're hacking, or that shot was shady. So finally, I just started calling my character Shady Hacks. You know, it was like a play on the words, like Shady's hacking. She's hacking, and it's Shady. And then I started using it for like a name for like warriors in WoW because it's like she's hacking away with her weapons. You know, you know what I mean? Oh man. Who the fuck is this? I'm getting a message request from somebody. Luna. Hello? I don't know who Luna is. Hola. And let's see. I don't like it when I get random like friend invites and they don't tell me who they are. Yeah, see, your UI is good. Your UI is good, Kapupa, because you take the time to scale it. Like, you're scaling your UI, you're putting your frame here, and I'm sure your target frame is probably over here, which, you know, I like. You've got your damage over here. I like mine on the left, but that's fine. Yeah, see, your UI is really good. You've got Quest Tracker Collapse, which is good. I would say get rid of all these buttons on your minimap. I would just try to go into all these add-ons and see if there's an option to, like, not show on the minimap. And then, also, I'd be curious how you show your party frames. You know, that's the only other thing. Like, a lot of people will leave their party frames in the top left corner, which I just don't understand that. So don't do that, because that's not good. For a lot of reasons, that's not good. But yeah, your UI looks good. Yeah, and that's fine. You know, that UI is plenty good. You know what I mean? Like, your UI is good. I mean, that is completely a really good, solid UI. Like, you don't have anything that's obstructing your view. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can completely play with the default UI, for sure. Yeah. And I don't have like a ton. I mean, I've got quite a few add-ons, but not like a massive amount. Most of my add-ons are pretty basic. Scrap, you know, just helps me sell junk. Bartender. I like Bartender because I can show and hide stuff. Like, you see how like my bags in my main menu here are actually they're kind of visible. They really shouldn't be visible. Hold on a second. If you look at my micro menu visibility, it should be 0. I don't know why it wasn't. And same thing with the bags. Visibility should be 0. So I like them to be invisible unless I just mouse over. And then these side bars, action bars, they're only at 15% opacity, and I just want them to show up if I, you know, hover over them. I just don't like that. I just don't need to see it. I don't need to see these things unless I need to interact with them. And then I like to scale this center piece down pretty small just to save on real estate, you know. Yeah, I usually put my party frames, it depends on if I'm healing or not. If I'm healing, I move them. I kind of do different things with them, but so. Who is this Luna? Who are you? Who are you? If you don't tell me who you are, I'm going to block you. I hate when people private message me in Discord. How are you? Who are you? Know? I'm like, how the fuck do you think I am? I'm pissed. If you don't tell me the fuck you are, you're getting ignored. Instant ignore. When you play heal, you have them. Yeah, like when I'm healing, I stretch them horizontally and I put them right here. That way, all I have to do is move my cursor from here, just like to right here. So the cursor goes like from here to here, just to like target. And I use mouse over heals anyway, but still, mouse over the frame. Sometimes I'll move it here, but I prefer it like right here. Yeah, I'll stretch it horizontally right here, and then I'll just my cursor, because your cursor normally sits right around here for most people. It's just normal, you know. So you don't have to move the cursor too much. You'll see people with the party frames up here when they're healing, and it drives me crazy. So they move their cursor all the way up here to target somebody. It's just like, what? Maybe the very time to drive Path of Exile too. Hey, could be. It could be. Who is this? Okay. This person's going to get blocked really quickly if they don't tell me what the fuck's going on. Oh, they're on the Terra server. Okay, never mind. It's someone from Terra. It's from Terra private server, so they probably don't even... There's not someone from my stream. Oh, I know who this is. They're getting blocked. Ignore request, block. It's this person. This person, I swear, they've messaged me like I think before in the past. What they do is they message me and say, "Do you have any need for like art to be created?" And they're like trying to basically sell their services to me to like sell art or something. And this is like the third or fourth time this person's done it. So it's like, holy shit. She's just like going to servers that she's on and like hitting people randomly and asking them, "Do you need art to be made for you?" And I've told this person before, no, I don't. If I want art, I'll make my own art, you know? And she just keeps hitting me up. I just thought that the timing of it was really random. I just ignored her. Is it bot behavior? Yeah, I don't know. They raid your friend's stream? I just blocked her. Yeah, this person here, this Luna. See, mutual server. And I swear this person has messaged me before. But once I clicked on... Here, let me show. Once I clicked on their name and I saw... Here, hold on a second. Once I clicked on their profile and I saw artist, Columbia College, Chicago inspired, blah, 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 creating vibrant, meaningful art, I knew right away what it was. And oh, she, her. It's the she, her. I mean, I knew right away it was someone who was trying to sell me. She's trying to sell me art. And it's like, fuck that. If I want art, I'll just like, you know, I'll just make my own. Here, if we want art, we'll just go in here and we'll make our own art, right? Here. Make Blizzard Entertainment logo with a red cross through it. How about a fuck? Let's see if it actually got Blizzard Entertainment. No, I just did something random, right? Totally random. Ugly World of Warcraft Goblin running through Ironforge. Um,
Ishnu Daldieb. Elun light your path.
Path of Exile. I should probably just fucking get off the stream and set up my new computer and
Goddess, watch over you.
play some Ashes of Creation or something, right? Play some Ashes of Creation. You identify as my pronouns are tribe. Yeah, I like that. See, I like that. Yeah, if I want art, I usually just create my own. I can draw really well, and I can paint pretty well, but I can draw really well. Your pronouns have been mayonnaise every time they ask me. Mayonnaise. I like the try me. Try me. What do we get? That's not a goblin. That looks like a... Oh, I meant to put gnome. Here, hold on a second. Copy prompt. Gnome.
Ishnu Allah. Farewell.
Is there, let's see, path.
Welcome back to another episode of Before You Buy, the show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions of the latest game.
Why is it Christmas?
Releasing. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and the original Path of Exile never really needed a sequel per se. It's a massive game they've been updating consistently for 10 years. Could have been a forever game. Path of Exile 2 was originally planned as a simple expansion, but it evolved considerably during development and became an entirely different beast. Now, these are definitely first impressions. I'm still wrapping my head around everything.
Is this...
this is an early...
So is this Path of Exile 2 or Path of Exile 1 that I'm looking at?
Access build. I will just come out and say it here right at the top. Path of Exile 2 so far in my experience is really good. We are talking a legit evolution of the formula. They could simply have made it mostly the same as the first game and called it a day, but they tweaked just about everything in the game just to make something that I think is almost a universal improvement over the original Path of Exile. It looks amazing too, and it runs really well on PC. It almost feels early access in name only. I didn't experience any major bugs or really any noticeable issues at any time. It's weird to say that, but like, yeah, this is a highly polished game that I would recommend to anybody who likes ARPGs. Now, I realize that stands for action RPG, but when somebody...
Yeah, see, I don't typically like ARPGs that much. I feel like the skill level, it's all about just coming up with stupid builds that do fast clears. And so that doesn't really appeal to me. Like, if the whole idea of this game is to build stuff just so you can clear big, massive waves of mobs really quickly, then that doesn't really appeal to me. Like, I like building characters that can do difficult things. You know what I mean? Like I would prefer there was like really hard mobs in here that are elites, and you'd have to build like in a way that you could handle like those really difficult elite characters. Or, you know, I'm not a big fan of the wave clear. You know, like, oh, tons and tons of mobs are coming at you, and you're trying to kill them all really fast, and that to me doesn't appeal to me at all.
He says ARPG, they mean games like Diablo 2. It's top-down perspective. You're in a dark fantasy world with endless hordes of monsters, and you basically buzzsaw your way through them for a ton of loot. The format remains pretty old school. You progress through a linear story campaign. You start at one end of a map. You explore till you reach an exit. Each area.
I mean, tell me this, Voss. What's appealing about this game? I mean, what's fun? Like, when I look at it, it doesn't look like fun. It just doesn't look like fun. It's like he just said, you're a buzzsaw that just buzzsaws through a bunch of mobs for tons of loot. What about that sounds like fun? That doesn't sound like fun to me. That sounds like mindless, like almost mobile phone style gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, You know, it sounds so lowbrow, like so low intelligence. You know, it doesn't sound. It just doesn't sound very appealing. Like Baldur's Gate 3 was cool because there was all kinds of cool things you could do. You know, well, yeah. I mean, to me, and I'm not saying it's not fun for other people. I'm not saying it's not fun for other people. I'm saying why should I be interested in this? Is what I'm saying. Vault, you know, like. What about? I think Valls knows that I don't like isometric games. You know, he knows that. So I don't know why he would think that this would be any different, I guess is what I'm saying. Why would you think this would be any different for me as opposed to, like, Lost Ark or, you know, like Baldur's Gate 3 actually was different because there was a lot of, it was turn-based and there was a lot of strategy. Like, you could plan your moves and plan different types of things that, and it was a party play where you could like combination abilities with other characters in your party to do different things, you know. So it was a little different. It felt more like a Dungeons and Dragons type, almost board game. I just don't see. I don't know. The reason I recommend it is because it's the one of the few MMO games that has actually come out that is finished and good. Okay, these aren't my go-to either. Well, it's not your go-to, but you like it. I mean, you said that you like. I know. Late. Well, let's check out Late because Lazy Peon liked it, and I don't think these are his games either. I think Lazy Peons typically has kind of my mindset when it comes to ARPGs. I don't believe that he's typically, you know.
So Path of Exile 2's absolutely fried in my brain for the past 3 weeks. I wasn't even that excited for this game. I didn't even think it'd be for me since I didn't play Path of Exile 1. But holy fuck, I was wrong. 200 hours later, in 3 weeks, by the way, and I'm just absolutely fried. I'm going to sleep and I'm thinking about the sound when like rare drop from mobs in this game, when you get a divine drop. Like that's like that dinging sound is playing through my head when I'm going to sleep. I'm dreaming about mapping. I've never been this addicted to an ARPG before, and yes, it has its problems, but I've just never seen a game where it's just so obvious that once everything's done, once it's had a bit more work, in 1 year's time, it's just going to be the best ARPG for the next 10 years. It's so obvious. The foundation of this game is so good. As you can see, I've got 3 characters. I've progressed quite a bit since my first impressions. On my first impressions video, by the way, I made the most stupid new player mistake ever. Let's see if I find the comment. So I played through the entire campaign all the way till maps. So I basically got to like tier 1 maps, and I never turned on a single passive, and I didn't realize. I had no idea. It wasn't until I uploaded my first impressions video I read this comment, and it said, "If you continue playing, small tip is to right-click your buffs from Spirit Gems in your skills window. Your Ice Herald will make your build feel amazing." When I read this comment, I thought, no shot, I haven't enabled
it's like
my
his
spirit
head
skills. And I log into the game. This was my reply, my dude. You won't believe this, but in maps I had all my passive buffs disabled until I read your comment and checked. I was wondering why my build feels so weak. I had Combat Frenzy off, Herald of Ice turned off, and Charge Infusion all turned off. I logged back into the game. I enabled it. It felt like I was driving a Ferrari. Like that was the difference. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about with how satisfying playing Monk is, especially like the further you get, just exploding.
I do like, yeah, I do.
I
do like theory crafting.
Experienced such overwhelming dopamine gameplay in my entire life.
I do like theory crafting, yeah. I just don't know if I like the idea of this kind of shit where you're just killing like so many mobs and there's just loot everywhere. This is like kind of the opposite end. Like when I talk about like if what I would make my own MMO and what it would be like. Remember how like I talked about if I designed my own MMO, like magic would be incredibly rare. Like you would level from like 1 to 10 and you might see like 1 magic item. You'd level from 10 to 20 and you might see like 2 magic items. You know, magic would be so rare that what would be considered gearing for you would be going from maybe like a steel sword to maybe like a an iron sword, or maybe like a finely crafted weapon as opposed to a really shoddily crafted weapon, or maybe a weapon that you're just sharpening it and maintaining it to make it better. You know, that would be more of like min-maxing. You know, it'd be more about maybe the crafting system would be such that you could craft your own weapons and they would do a slightly more damage because they were just higher quality, and as your skill got better with blacksmithing, you were crafting weapons that had better durability, that did more damage, but they weren't magical, they were just better craftsmanship. You know, that would be more kind of along the lines of where I would go with an MMO. And then when you see a game like this, it's like the completely other end of the tier. I mean, completely other end of the spectrum, because you're just seeing like shit. Like, look at this. I mean, like magic. I mean, I'm assuming all these blue, purple, blue, purple, I guess, are magic. And I'm going to guess that most of these yellow items are probably magic items, right? So it's like the complete opposite end of what I would do. You know, it's just, I don't like a loot bloat. Like when you play Guild Wars 2, one of the things I hate the most about Guild Wars 2 is there's just so much fucking shit. Like when I look at my bank, it's like, oh my God, look at all this stuff. And like all of it's usable, but it's like I never use any of it. But all of it's usable. All of it has its purpose. There's a reason it exists, either for crafting, mostly for crafting, or but I don't use any of it because the game doesn't make me have to. It doesn't make me want to use it. The game doesn't really encourage me. Whereas in my MMO, since there wouldn't be all this like needless bloat and needless like magic like all over the fucking place, you would want to do crafting because you would want to try to get any advantage you could to make your character stronger. And the advantages would be the fact that you would have to take the time and the energy and the effort to probably either find somebody who's a really good craftsman or become a good craftsman yourself. Or find someone who is a magic user who has the ability to enchant gear. And that would be incredibly rare. And that would be like a big grind to level that type of skill up, So I mean, just looking at this, it doesn't appeal. When I see this gameplay, I don't like it at all. Like this does not appeal to me. This like I said, wave clearing, killing hundreds of people at once. I don't get like excited. Like when Asmongold goes into like a dungeon and swings his sword, and there's these big, huge numbers and mobs are just dying, and he's like, "Whoa, big dick damage." That does nothing for me. That absolutely does nothing for me. I get more excited about like in like Ion when I like do like or like in Terra when I do like a stagger. Like someone charges in Terra on my character and tries to do like a combination on me, and I do like a stagger to basically interrupt their combo. That gets me excited. That kind of like skillful, like very difficult, like down to a few frames, almost like a fighter, like a Street Fighter type game thing. That gets me more excited. Like something that's really more skillful based. I'm more excited for, or like, blocking an attack at the right moment, countering an attack at the right moment. I like MMOs where they built more like synergy into skills and in what order you use them. And that's why I like the theory crafting. You start talking about, well, how can I like build like my stats? Like for example, like with my melee hunter, I've got the flurry axe with the frost oil because frost oil doesn't have really like an internal proc limit. It can proc twice in a row. I can stack that on top of my flurry axes, which already have like Crusader, and Crusader gives me 100 strength. And the cool thing about Crusader is I have it on both weapons, so I can double proc both at the same time. So that's plus 200 strength. On top of that, I'm throwing out Frost Oil, and on top of that, flurry axes have the chance to give me proc additional weapon attacks, which of course gives me a chance to proc more. Guess what? More Crusader and more Frost Oil strikes. So that kind of stuff like is really cool, And then like certain gear, like on my Protection Paladin, I'm like, oh, I can get like the Demon Forge armor because sometimes it procs a heal on me. And then on top of that, I can get like a flurry axe with life stealing so I can proc heals. And then I want to go into Ungor Crater and I want to get all these crystals so I can have like the crystal on me that gives me like almost like a thorns type thing, like a thorn shield, because that increases my AoE damage. Then I'm going to put like a shield spike on my shield because that increases my AoE damage. It's all these little things that I can think of to kind of itemize and customize my character that makes a specific type of build work. Whereas when I look at this, I'm sure that exists. I'm sure that the building is there. But man, killing this many mobs at once just seems kind of silly. I mean, it doesn't seem in any way realistic. But I guess it's not supposed to be realistic. And the thing is, like, it'll be fun for like 2 minutes. Like you'll do this and you'll run around and you'll do these abilities and kill all these mobs and be like, oh, this is cool, look at this. And you'll be like, oh, these animations are cool. But you get bored of animations, right? Like how like when you first cast a Frostbolt in World of Warcraft, you're like, wow, that Frostbolt animation is really cool. But 1,000 Frostbolts later, you don't even look at the animation anymore. You're not thinking about the animation. It's the same thing here. Oh, yeah, these animations are cool. But after like, weeks and weeks and months of doing them, they start losing their luster, So I just, yeah. Yeah, I don't see the appeal. For me, sorry. It looks, I mean, when I look at this game, I have no desire to play it at all. I'm like, this just looks stupid to me. I don't like all the loot everywhere. I don't like killing 10,000 things at once. I think it's very unrealistic. I like games that are like if you play like, what's that one game? Oh, here, hold on a second. I've got to cut. Like Elden Ring. Like if you play Elden Ring, right? Like Elden Rings aren't really my type of game either because I don't really play those hard, like super hard, like Souls types games. But having said that, Elden Ring is really cool. I really loved just exploring the world in Elden Ring, and I love the difficulty of trying to take out even just the basic monsters that were challenging, and that was fun because because it was skillful based. There was skill there. You had to learn how to block. You had to learn how to itemize. You had to learn maybe I'm not strong enough, and I need to go get better gear. And the challenge was there. I don't see a challenge here. Like I guarantee you that like you don't have to have a whole lot of skill to do what he's doing. You just like you probably go to like Google and say, what's a decent build for this character, and then you like build it out, and you just run around and press a few buttons, and everything dies. Right? Like that's what it feels like it'll probably be like. Like, I mean, how much skill really exists? And then the skill comes down to like the build, right? You talk about like path, it's like the build. I'm sure the builds are intricate and there's all these crazy builds, but in the end, what do those builds do? It probably just helps you clear mobs faster. It's the same thing in Black Desert. Like in Black Desert, people set up their characters with it's mostly gear based though in Black Desert, but they spec up their gear and they set certain builds because there are certain builds you can do in Black Desert. There's like 2 different types of main like builds for each class, right? And some are better at doing certain things than others. Like some are good at AoE, some are good at single target, some are good with movement, some don't move as well, some are better with defense, some are good at combo breakers, some are good at stuns, all that kind of stuff. But in the end, you could just, it's all about clearing mobs. Like the goal of the game in a lot of ways is just going into big areas and just killing monsters over and over again to level, because level is really, really slow. And to get money, that's really the best way to make money. But it becomes kind of mindless at a certain point. And that's the way, when I look at this, I feel like you're just optimizing your clearing speed. Now, I could be wrong because I've never played Path of Exile 1 or 2, but that's what it looks like. It looks like the whole point of this game is to optimize your ability to clear mobs as fast as possible. And then based on that, you get all this stuff, and then all that stuff probably goes into itemization, enchanting, crafting, whatever. I'm sure there's systems that all of these items are useful for in some way, but the primary thing of the game is clearing the shit quick, and I'm not sure that really appeals to me, Yeah. Now the hardcore would be cool. Now, me, I love hardcore because I played Diablo 4 a little bit, and I have a Diablo 4 character who never died. I don't know what level she was, like 35 or 40, I think. And then I end up quitting because, again, it's isometric. And every time I play an isometric game, I eventually I get bored, and I also can't stand click to move. I hate click to move. Like I played Lost Ark, and it took me I played Lost Ark for about 2 weeks of bashing my head against the wall. Like every day I logged in and played, I was yelling at the game. I was literally yelling at the game, going, why the fuck am I playing a game where I have to fucking click the screen to move my character? I mean, that's how much I hate it, that I was yelling at the game for like 2 weeks. And then finally I got to the point where I just got used to it. And so then it didn't drive me quite so crazy, but I still, in the back of my mind, I hated it. It was like eating a part of my soul that I had to click to move. And then after 2 weeks, I kind of got used to it. But then when I went and played a different game, like I went and played WoW, and then I came back into Lost Ark, then it was back again. Then that hatred of clicking to move was back, because in the other games, I don't click to move. It was just like, oh. So, I mean, who knows? I might like it, but I'm just saying on first, blush or first look, that's what I would think. And I only say that because I've played a lot of these types of games. Not a lot, but I've played enough of them that I kind of know how I feel when I play them, and usually it's not good. Usually I just, it's fun for like a day or two, and then I just kind of end up, I mean, I played Baldur's Gate for like a month or two, and then the game came out, and I bought the game, and I played it for a week, and I quit. And Baldur's Gate I mean, Baldur's Gate 3, and Baldur's Gate 3 was much different than this. I mean, even that game I couldn't play for more than a couple weeks. I mean, really a couple months if you count all the time I played before it released. And it's just mostly because it's isometric. Mostly because it's like an isometric game, you know? And I like open world games where you can just like point your character in a certain direction and just go. And, you know, and you're not going to like immediately walk into a brick wall. Like here, any direction you go with this character, you're only going to go about 2 or 3 seconds before you're going to hit something that's going to stop your movement, which I don't like that. And I like being able to rotate the camera. Actually, the games I'm really looking forward to be honest, is I'm looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn's MMO. I'm really looking forward to that. I love Horizon Zero Dawn's world. I think it's fantastic. I love the character. I love the kind of the story and the lore behind the game. I think is really solid. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to Ion 2. I loved Ion 1. I think Ion 2 could be a lot of fun. And who knows about the Riot Games MMO, if that ever comes out, maybe that'll be good. I mean, they most of their games are really polished and good, so it's possible that that'll be good. But I'd say the game I'm looking forward to the most is probably the Horizon Zero Dawn. And of course, Star Citizen, I'm always looking forward to Star Citizen, but they just keep letting me down time and time again that it's getting frustrating, you know, as far as like the game. Every time I try to go and play, that it's just so buggy that it gets really frustrating. I keep I won't play the game for a year, and then I'll come back and play it thinking it's been a year. And it'll be just as buggy as it was the previous year. It'll be better. There'll be all these cool new things in the game. Like, oh, now you can do this, which is cool. Now you can do that, which is cool. But in the end, I'm still having the same amount of like disconnects, the same amount of crashes, the same amount of weird, you know, bugs as I had a year before. You know, so that just really gets me frustrated. So you said this is a gauntlet?
And I don't think I could go back to playing another ARPG after playing this one. WASD is an absolute game changer.
Okay, so
I don't think I could go.
See, he's saying we can use WASD, which is why couldn't we before? Like, I don't understand. Someone please explain to me why they couldn't allow you to use WASD to move on these games. I've never understood that. Like, why do you want me to click on the screen? That's the same thing with World of Warcraft. Why the fuck in World of Warcraft do I have to right-click the screen to rotate it? This is stupid. Like, there's no reason to do this, right? I mean, I can even go into, you know, I can even turn on combat mode and, you know, right? And look at that. I don't have to right-click anymore to rotate the screen, which is the way that it should be, right? It should be like this. You know, I shouldn't have to right-click. And now, guess what? I can actually use the right-click key for something else. I can actually keybind it for something like, who knows, charge something useful, right? But I don't use combat mode because there's a few things that are a little buggy. But like Guild Wars 2 has mouse look. Guild Wars 2, Terra, like you know, Black Desert Online, Final Fantasy, all these games. Although does Final Fantasy have it? Final Fantasy is right click, I think, isn't it? I think it's right click to turn the screen, I believe. It's been a while since I played Final Fantasy.
Go back to mouse to move with any other ARPG. Like, this is the standard now.
Yeah, Diablo was very simple. And I love Diablo. When Diablo 1 came out, but that was a long time ago. Those are different times. You know, the games have progressed so far from then, you know. So those were different times, you know. So make Azeroth great again.
And the dodge roll. I think the dodge roll feels so nice. If we go over to my stash, you can see I've just gotten super OC.
Okay, I will say that adding WSD is a game changer for sure. I mean, that alone makes me more excited to play it. Dodge roll makes me excited because, again, that's a skill. You're timing your dodge roll to avoid damage, so that's really good. And I'm sure it's based on, like, energy or some sort of a resource. You can't just dodge roll over and over again. So the fact that there's WSD and dodge roll, and I'm sure it's an iframe. I'm assuming it's an iframe dodge roll where you're in vulnerability frame. So that's cool. But I'm a little concerned about the bloat of gear of drops, but we'll see.
About organizing everything. We've got my jewels here, my waystones. It's looking nice and clean.
He says it's looking nice and clean, but look at this crap. Holy shit, that's a lot of stuff. It's looking nice and clean. Yeah, it is looking clean, but that's a lot of shit.
RuneScape player in me just loves collecting things and organizing.
Like, what are these waystones used for? Yeah, what are these waystones used for? Yeah, I know. But what are these waystones used for? I mean, why does he need these waystones? I'm curious, what are they for?
Seeing it in my bank.
I mean, it looks cool. I mean, the graphics look good, and I like the inventory. I like that you can socket gems, and I'm sure there's different effects. So
I obviously bought the stash tabs. I don't know why I keep collecting these. I have to pick them up and I have to organize them. Tons of gems.
Ranger Mercenary.
One of these essences, or maybe two. I think I sold the other.
Is there like a? Well, if I play this, I got to set it up on my new computer. So, because I'm not going to play this on this computer, right? And I'm pretty much. That's what I need to do. I'm kind of mad that I haven't set up my new computer yet too. I woke up this morning and I was in a really bad mood, like really bad mood. I couldn't figure it out. Like, why am I so pissed? And then I realized it was a couple things. One, that Blizzard banned me, that pissed me off. Two, that I hadn't set up my new computer yet, that pissed me off. Three, that there was a couple things I wanted to do over my break here that I didn't do, which was take my cat to the vet, which wasn't like super paramount, but I kind of wanted to do it and I didn't do it, so I'm kind of mad at myself I didn't do that. And then the other thing was I wanted to go to the dentist and I didn't do that. Just stupid stuff, you know. But it all like piled up in the back of my mind. I'm like, man, I'm just being so lazy. And let's be honest, the reason I'm being lazy is because I'm playing World of Warcraft, you know. But also I was busy too. Like the last couple of days, I was over at my wife's aunt's house because her uncle's, the hospice is there and he's sitting in a chair wasting away to nothing. It's horrible. I've never seen anything like that in my life. No one in my family, because people in my family, they've died, it's been like instant. My brother died in a fire. My other brother died of like liver failure and it came so quick. He was there and got sick and a couple weeks later he was gone. You know what I mean? And like her uncle is sitting in a chair, not eating food and barely drinking, and they're just injecting him with morphine, and he's connected to a breathing, like oxygen, and every passing hour he looks more and more like a skeleton. It was like one of the most horrible, like depressing things I've ever seen, to be honest. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, and she went over there. She's over there right now, and I just said I can't. I said I can't do it. I said I was there the last few days, and I said I know he's going to look worse today than he did yesterday. And I said it hurts to look at him. I'm like, man, that's just awful. It's awful. I was like, I told her, I said, and she said, well, you don't have to go. And he's out. He's on so much morphine that he barely, he's pretty much sleeping almost 24/7. And she's like, you don't have to go look at him. And I go, yeah, but everybody's going to, I'm just like, you know what? I'll tell you what, if she goes over there tomorrow, I'll probably go, but it's just awful. It's awful. It was very dreary and depressing, and it was hard to look at, And I played, and he's a guitar player, and I actually took two of my guitars over there, and when he was and they wanted me to play guitar for him, and he was out. He was out on morphine, and they said, well, just play it for him anyway. So I sat in front of him and played guitar for about, half an hour. Just played music while he was just pretty much there, like out. Because they're like, we know he hears it. And I'm like, well, I hope so. So I took my guitar over there and I played music for him. And, and I hope he heard it, I hope he heard it. But it was just depressing. It was depressing. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm worried about work. I start work on Monday, and there was some stuff I wanted to do with work over the break that I haven't done. There was some code I wanted to write that I wanted to finish before we got back to the office on Monday, and I haven't done that. So I've been slacking because I've been playing too much WoW, to be honest. I've been spending too much time in WoW and not enough time taking care of probably some stuff I should be taking care of. But yeah, but the other thing too is I'm taking care of all the other stuff. Like I do a lot of stuff. I take care of the dogs. I do all the grocery shopping. I take care of my wife because she's sick. She has a lot of conditions and ailments, so she can't do those things. So, I do the dishes. I cook a lot of the meals. I do the grocery shopping. I do the dishes. I walk the dog, feed the cat, feed the dog. If any of them have to go to the vet, I take them to the vet. The one thing she does is she does the laundry. Although I pretty much will put it away and fold it, but she'll like wash the laundry. She doesn't like me to do the laundry for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't like. She likes to just load a bunch of shit in the washer, and I always get mad. I'm like, you're putting too much in the washer, because my mom always used to be like, don't load it too heavy, you'll break it. And I think that's been ingrained in me. So I always yelled at her for putting too much shit in there, and I think that's why she doesn't want me to do it, because she knows I'll take an extra load just because I won't like overstuff the washing machine. But I'll tell you what, though, I am ready to play a new game. I am ready to play a new game for sure, and I've been ready to play a new game for a long time. And the other thing that makes me mad is all these fucking OnlyFans people. Like, I watch all these death clips of all these OnlyFans people, and I'm a better WoW player than, like, every single one of them. Like, it's so ridiculous to see how bad these players are. You know, and I see all these streamers with all these, and it just kind of annoys me. It just kind of annoys me. You know, I feel like, man, all this time I've played this game and streamed the game, and I got no subscribers. But it's my own fault because I don't really try to get subscribers. But then you see these people who act like douchebags on stream and make up fake personas and lie to people and right to their face, and they've got like, you know, 50,000 subs and people throwing money at them, and it kind of pisses me off. I'm like, why, you know? But you know, that's the lowest common denominator, man. There's so many dumb people in this world, you know, and I think that's another thing that pisses me off. You know, plus I'm older too. I'm older. You know, when you're talking about like 15 to 20-year-old kids, you know, they don't know any better. They're gonna fall victim to the pizzazz. They're gonna fall victim to the fake personas and the show. The show. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's just drama. People like attach themselves to the drama, and I'm not really into the fake drama or the bullshit drama. So that's not really my thing, right? Although I certainly enjoy watching those death clips and laughing at those idiots because it definitely makes me smile sometimes when I see the people that are like talk about how great they are and they have big egos and then they're dying left and right. You know, on this hardcore server, I've died. The very first character I created, I died because I was being stupid and I didn't have my hardcore switch turned on yet. Because once I turn that hardcore switch on, I'm just like I'm zoned in, I'm locked in. And I know how to level without dying. And that very first character, I hadn't played hardcore in a while. I just was like walking through the wetlands and I was being stupid and I was watching like a movie on my other monitor and I let a fucking orc root me in place and kill me. But since then, I haven't died and I won't die if I'm fucking paying attention. But yeah, so that kind of frustrates me too. Like the whole, like even like in the guilds I'm in, it annoys me. Like I'm in a guild and people are talking about like Tyler 1, who's like the biggest asshole. The guy's been banned from League of Legends like 20 times because he's so toxic, because he's such an asshole. Like literally Riot Games banned him like 20 separate times. They banned his accounts. And because he was so popular as a streamer, he eventually, that's the other thing that's kind of funny with streamers, the streamer like privilege, right? Because he became so well known and commanded so much of an audience, they literally had to unban him. Because it's good for the game. It's good for the game if big personas play their game, because then people watch those personas. When Asmongold went and played Final Fantasy blew up. Tons of people went and played Final Fantasy. The subscriber numbers shot up like a ton when he played it. And so, same thing with like Tyler 1. When he goes play League of Legends, I'm sure a lot more people played it. And that kind of irritates me. Here's a guy who's a total asshole. He's a jerk to all the other players of the game, and yet just because people like the drama, so to speak, they have to unban him. You know what I mean? I always call it the sheep mentality. Like I have it built into me to always go the other way. I just have this really bad trait. Maybe it's a good trait. I don't know. The Zoomer mentality. Like I've always rebelled against the common denominator, right? Like if everybody says that this class, the best build for this class is this build, that's the last build I want to play. I don't want to be one of the sheep. Why do I want to be a mindless drone? Why do I want to do what everybody else is doing? That's boring, right? You know, AK, why do you think why do you think I play Protection Paladin and Melee Hunter? You know, because it's fun, it's different. Not that many people play Paladin that much. I mean, people do now, but they didn't. You know, 8 years ago when I was playing it, nobody did. Nobody played Protection Paladin. When Lights Hope came out, right? The Lights Hope private server came out, like 6 years ago or whatever. Even before then, like on Chronos, right? Like 8 years ago? On Chronos, when I first started playing Protection Paladin on vanilla, nobody played Protection Paladin. In fact, people made fun of you. People made fun of you for playing Protection Paladin, you know? So... anyways, my wife just got home and I want to talk to her and make sure she's doing okay because she just came back from her aunt's. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it could be interesting. I like the fact that you have WASD to move, and I like the fact that they got the dodge roll. That's big because then I don't have to click to move. which that's a big deal for me. Clicking on the screen or like holding down the left click and then just moving your mouse around and your character follows the cursor. Ew, I really don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. But if I do play it, I'm gonna have to set up my new computer here, which literally the case is off over here and it's ready. I have to pop off the video card because the M2s have to be in. The video card is so big, it covers up the M2 slots. There's 4 M2 slots on my computer. The one that's closest to the processor is the one that you want to have your main C drive on, and that's already where my M2 drive is for the C drive. And then there's slots 2, 3, and 4, and I've got 2 M2s I want to put in there, so they're going to go into slots, I think, 4 and 3, I think. Yeah. But 4 slot. Wait, just wait till. Oh yeah, 4 slot cards. God, my card's already ridiculously big. I can't believe how big mine. I've got the what do I have? I've got the 68. I don't even remember what my card is. What is my card? Here, hold on a second. It's the. Oh, it makes me laugh. Here, hold on a second. Let me pull up the specs on my new computer. Okay, so okay, the motherboard is the Asus ROG Strix X670E, and because I think it was you and Reptilian told me to go with AMD, it's the very first time I've ever gone with an AMD-based computer. So I have the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D processor, which is supposed to be a really good processor. And my video card is the GeForce RTX 4080 Super with 16 gig of memory. But it's a big card. It is a freaking huge card. Yeah, I've got the 7800 X3D. Yep. Yeah. And you're sitting there going, why aren't you using that computer now? Why aren't you using that computer now? Yeah. Well, I got it to play Star Citizen, so it was like it's like overkill for Vanilla WoW. It's like not even necessary for Vanilla WoW. I got it mostly for Star Citizen, and I've been kind of irritated with Star Citizen. But like when I was playing the Ashes of Creation Alpha, this last week on this computer, I get like 20 to 30 frames, and when I actually installed it on my new computer and put it on my new computer, and I was getting like 130 frames. So there's the difference between the old computer and the new computer with Ashes of Creation's Alpha. You know what I mean? You got the 7800 and the 4070 Super. Yeah. 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 World of Warships. Yeah. Well, yeah. But I definitely need a new game. I definitely need a game. I'm tired of playing World of Warcraft. I'm not going to lie. I feel like that's why I do stuff like the Grey Gear only, because I'm trying to do something that's challenging, something that challenges me. Because I find regular hardcore leveling like super easy. Like when I level like the Hunter or the Paladin, I mean it's literally like easy mode. You see me, I leveled the Paladin to 32, and I don't think I can't even remember a single time from 1 to 32 where I was even remotely in danger of dying. Like not even remotely danger. It was just easy. The Hunter, I'm trying to remember if I even got close to dying on the Hunter. I'm sure I must have at some point, but I don't remember any serious scares on either character that I can think of. Yeah. Yeah, definitely the hardcore would be cool. I think the hardcore would be fun for me. I enjoyed the Diablo 4 hardcore, and that was the scary part about Diablo 4 hardcore is there's this this zombie character or something that just randomly shows up. It's like the butcher character from Diablo 1. He just like randomly shows up in dungeons sometimes and comes after you, and he's a beast. And when he shows up, like I had like these like the butcher, I had like these stones that I could just interact with, and they would just basically like be like a Hearthstone. So if he showed up, I'd literally like Hearthstone out of the dungeon and just say, you know what, I'm out of here, because he was so, and that was hardcore, and I didn't want to, you get into a fight with him, and he is almost certain death. I guess you can kill him, but he's really tough. He's really tough. So very difficult. Anyways, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to get off the stream here, and I think I'm just going to set up my new computer and start playing on the new computer. I do have to set up the streaming software, though. Yeah, I've always heard that. I've always heard about Path of Exile 1, that it was a theory crafter's dream. I heard that about Path of Exile 1. I just wish, I always wanted there to be a game that really truly captured the magic of like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's really hard to do because it's really has to be the only way to do it is you have to play with other people. You would have to get like a group of characters together, like all in voice chat, playing your character, with some RP, and you just don't really see people doing that in MMOs, but yeah. Yeah, I think I played, I don't think I ever played, I think I played D&D Online like a little bit, but like years and years after it had already been out. So it was already really old. Like one of the games that some of the games that I play that I really enjoy, if there was a lot of people and I could get into a guild that was active, was, games like EverQuest 2. I thought EverQuest 2 was really fun. It's really buggy and the graphics aren't that great, but it's, there's too much ability bloat in the game. Like there's literally like way too many skills, like way too many. By the time you hit like level 20, it feels like you've got like 20 skills. It's like crazy how many skills they give you. I think I had like 45 or 50 skills by like level 30 or something. It was crazy. It was crazy how many skills there were. But I liked it. I thought it was fun. Another game that I thought was cool was the Warhammer. Remember that Warhammer MMO? That one's really cool, and there's still a private server that does that. Let me see if I can show you the video just to give you an idea. Like, I like stuff that's kind of... I actually enjoy, like, the slow... The reason I like Vanilla WoW is because I enjoy the slow-paced of the combat sometimes. Yeah, the Return of Reckoning. Thanks, Damien. I enjoy the slow pace of the combat sometimes. I enjoy where it's, like, based a lot on some, tactically, like, positioning and using certain abilities at certain times. Yeah, there isn't... Yeah, I don't know if I still have it on here. Yeah, I think I uninstalled it because I'm setting up my new computer, so I uninstalled it off my old one. But I used to have Return of Reckoning on here. But if you look at... so here's me playing Warhammer, and this is like in a battleground, Return of Reckoning. And I liked it. I played the Blackguard, which I think is a really fun class. Unfortunately, the stream quality is here isn't as high as I would like it to be. But it's cool because you have these abilities that debuff the enemy. Some of the abilities can like daze them. Some can slow down their casting. Some weaken them. And then there's abilities you can cast that increase your shield block. And there's abilities that you cast that make you tankier. And there's even abilities that you can cast that if there people in your team are behind you, they take less damage. So it's almost kind of like in Final Fantasy where the paladin throws that kind of shield in front, and if you're kind of behind it, you take less damage. So I really enjoyed the Blackguard a lot, and I really liked it a lot. I thought it was really cool. So if you had like a modern version of Warhammer Return of Reckoning with better graphics and kind of smoother gameplay, I would totally play it. I think it's a great game. So.
This is ridiculous. That was ridiculous, dude.
I think I'm saying it's ridiculous. I can't kill anybody.
The other class I saw in this game looked like fun was some sort of a caster class that was dropping like bombs on people. I mean, outright bombs.
Yeah, but I enjoyed Warhammer, and I only played it a little bit, but I thought it was really fun. The reason I stopped playing this one was because most of the people are in Europe, and so when the server has enough people to do battlegrounds, which the battlegrounds are really fun. Like this one isn't one of the fun ones, actually. I don't like this one. But some of the battlegrounds are really cool. There's one that's like a graveyard, which I really like that one. And the problem is there are not enough people on when I get home from work to really, like, the battleground queues are really long. The best time the battleground queues were during the day when the European players were I guess off work or something. I don't know. But, so usually when I was working was the best time to play the game, but I was working, so whatever. So I kind of stopped playing just because I couldn't get an active thing. But yeah, I mean, I think Riot's MMO, like I said before, I think Riot's MMO could be good. I mean, they always make games that have a lot of polish. But I'm very excited for the Horizon Zero Dawn MMO. I'm excited for the Ion to Ion 2. I'm excited for the Riot side. Those three, the Fantastic Pixel Capsule one with Greg Street, I'm not as excited for because I just don't like the idea that he's doing with his shards. I'm not really a fan of breaking up the world in that way. I think a multi-universe or multi-planes is not a bad idea, but I don't think it should be so specific, really. I don't think it should be like, oh, if you're on this shard, it's PvP. If you're on this shard, it's not PvP. I guess maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about it. The Fantastic Pixel Cast, I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the Horizon Zero Dawn I'm very excited for because I like the art style of the game. I like the story. I like the lore. I like the machines. I like, attacking the machines and breaking them down and using parts and stuff like that. So I think the Horizon one has a lot of, and I think they're using NCSoft. I think a lot of people, isn't it NCSoft and Amazon with Sony? I think working together. I'm trying to remember if that's what it was. Was it Tencent or was it? No, this is like older. A year ago. Yeah, it's NCSoft. Project Skyline. It's going to be PC and mobile, Unreal Engine 5. And Switch is launched significantly later than Ion 2, which is 2024-25. The project still to Sungeese, leasing. Yeah, so I am interested in Ion 2 because I liked Ion 1. So, there's my computer chair. This is my computer chair. It's awesome, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I like Justin Johnson.
Hey, in the next minute, I'm gonna give you a really cool short.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a Herman Miller. It's a Herman Miller chair. No, it's Herman Miller chair. It's just It's like they're kind of like endorsing Logitech. It's called the Herman Miller Logitech Embody, but it's basically Herman Miller. I think it's an expensive chair. It's like $1,400. But it's got like a 12-year warranty. I mean, the thing weighs 80 pounds, right? But it's awesome. I've had it for over a year now, and I absolutely love this chair. So love it. But yeah, I think I need a little break from WoW. I think I'm a little burned out on the Warrior. And I would like to play the Paladin, but that's on my other account, and that account's banned, so, nothing I can do about it. So maybe we'll check out the maybe we'll check out Path of Exile, But I think what I need to do is just go ahead and set up, because we're going to play it on my new computer, that we can push the graphics to max and see, because, when you have like that many mobs on the screen, does he have, here, let's look at what is this?
But I'm waiting for some updates to make the crafting system better. Citadel, since...
One thing I do like about... we got to see the map. Let's see what the map looks like.
280 tier 15 maps, and I've just been pathing around not a single citadel, and I've even been checking the boundaries of the fog. I've been like looking up guides to see what to look out for to find the citadels. Haven't found a single one, and you need to find 3 of them, and my friend's in the exact same position. So it would have been really cool to have done the Arbiter of Ash for this video, but yeah, no hope with that. Citadels seem my first impressions video to see if anything's changed. So things I liked: S-tier sound design, yeah, that hasn't changed. S-tier visual effects, yes, even more so now that I enabled the spirit gems, and the combat's even better. More new player friendly, yes, definitely. I really like the skill system, yes. Epic boss fights, yeah, the boss fights are even better the more I've played the game. Good mob variety, yes. Diverse maps. Yeah, there's like map diversity, but some of the maps are shit. especially like in the end game mapping. Some of the maps are awful, but I'm sure they're going to be fixed. Like the dodge roll, yeah. Loot feels impactful. This was like a campaign review. Things I disliked, too many uniques with negative effects. Yes, but apparently that was a thing in PoE 1, and I have found some decent uniques now, so not too much of a big issue. Crafting system seems too RNG, definitely, and I think it would be even worse in solo self-found. Because in
what browser is he using? Do you guys know which browser? I mean, it looks like Chrome, but I don't know what that icon is at the top.
Tradely, you can...
I mean, pretty much every browser is based on Chromium. Maybe it's...
Just take one exile
I don't recognize
and buy
the
a
icon.
piece of gear. In solo self-found, you can't do that. So I really want to try solo self-found, but I'm waiting for some updates to make the crafting system better and for the
Is it
devs
Brave?
to fix a few
Okay.
things before I do that.
Because I've been thinking about switching, but I watched some reviews on browsers, and the reviews I watched still said that Chrome's probably still pretty much like the best browser. Like if you're just looking for like one that has the least issues and pretty much just works, you know. What's the advantage of Brave? I mean, over Chrome? Like, I don't know. Because I've thought about maybe switching browsers. I do. The thing with Chrome that I don't like is it consumes so much RAM. Yeah, it just consumes so much RAM. That was my thing with Chrome that I don't like. But I'm a developer, so I use the developer tools in Chrome a lot. I don't. I mean, hopefully Brave has the same developer tools. I don't know. Yeah. Was it bare bones? That might not be good for me though, because I actually use the developer tools quite a bit. Even when I'm not coding for work, I still use it.
Native loot filter. This really annoyed me as a new player. Like obviously now I installed the NeverSync loot filter, which was really easy.
Doesn't take a RAM slot, yeah. Brave is the best for mobile. Yeah. And I do very little mobile. I don't do hardly anything on my phone other than text people. Like my phone, I just use it to look up the weather and maybe buy Bitcoin and a few other things. I don't use my phone a lot. I certainly don't play video. I never play video games on my phone, like never. Plays videos when your phone is closed and in the background, which other brothers do not. Plays videos on your phone. It's closed in the back. Okay, yeah, okay, that's interesting, I guess. That could be used. I mean, I watch videos on my phone when I'm in bed sometimes, like, you know, I'll play like Skyrim music or something to sleep to sometimes or something. Sometimes I'll put on movies just to fall asleep to. My wife always like, why don't you just watch it on the TV? But I'm like, it's because I want to lay on my side, and I don't want to have to it's hard to lay on my side in bed and look up at the TV. You know, it's not comfortable, but if I lay on my bed on my side, I can just stick the phone, because I use a big long pillow, you know, I'll just take this big long pillow and kind of stick it under the end of the pillow, and no YouTube ads on the phone. Yeah, but I mean, I don't have any YouTube ads because, you know, I have YouTube, you know, Premium or whatever it's called. I pay for that. I mean, obviously, since I stream on YouTube, I don't, you know, I never have ads on YouTube. Yeah, I'm a little bit burned out on Asia Mist style. That's WoW though, right? Asia Mist. Yeah, honestly I'm burned out on most. I'm burned out on most of the game music. I've listened to Skyrim so much. I'm burned out on that too. Yeah, that's why That's why I have so many playlists, music playlists. I'm constantly switching. My cat wants me, and my cat's meowing at me. I gotta go.
And it took 2 minutes, but as a new player, as someone just coming into PoE, you kind of want everything to be in the game. This is more of a new player issue and a bit of a new player barrier, but it's not a huge deal. Trials seem unfair to Melee. I think they made that a little bit better, but I still hate both of the ascendancies. I've done all of the ascendancies on my monk, so I've got the 8 points. I've done the four ascendancy trials. I absolutely hate both of them. Trial of Secamus and Ultimatum. Ultimatum's just awful. I hated Ultimatum. The boss fight at the end was really cool. Even if you're successful with the trials, it doesn't feel...
Yeah, I think they will be. What music are we listening to? What is this? Oh, it's Star Citizen. Interesting. Yeah, I think they could be good. I mean, we don't know. We never know. With MMOs, it's so weird. So many have come and gone. No MMOs come out since The last MMO that came out that I thought was, I would actually say the last MMO that came out that actually was pretty good was New World. I thought New World was pretty good. I mean, I don't think it had the staying power because they changed it too much. They kept changing it, like. But when I say it was good, what I mean was the world was like it had a lot going for it in that the world was really good. And I think one of the biggest parts of an MMO for me, anyway, is the world has to be open world, has to be expansive, has to be really good, has to look good, has to have like a really good level design, has to feel kind of like a world that I want to walk through and explore, and it did. And the crafting was so cool. Like chopping down trees was so immersive. You know, mining ore like in a big canyon, you could hear the echoing of your pick hitting the rock, like just bouncing off the cavern walls. It was so immersive. It was so great. I loved it. I absolutely loved New World. I mean, I could go in New World and just dodge roll with my spear and bow and kill mobs for hours and just have a blast, just killing mobs. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. The bow, and the one thing that most MMOs don't do well is bow combat. And New World, and I'd say Skyrim and New World are my two favorite bow combats probably. Like, and neither, I mean, New World was an MMO, but Skyrim obviously wasn't. But I would say New World's bow combat wasn't quite as good as Skyrim's, but it was really good. And that's something that's missing from a lot of MMOs. I like that kind of, you have to hit. I like having to hit something. I don't like the auto hit. I like having to aim and actually land your shots like an FPS game. I think I really enjoy that. So, Anyways, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go talk to my wife, and I gotta play with the cats. I gotta walk the dog. I got tons of stuff I gotta do, and then after that, I'm probably gonna try to set up the new computer, and so, and then maybe I'll try it. I gotta watch some more stuff on the Path of Exile too, and see if it's something that I might want to try. And then we'll give it a go. So, and then we'll give it a go, and I've got to set up OBS and Stream Element. Well, Stream Element's not have to set up; it's already set up, and then I should be able to just import. I've already exported my profile from OBS, so I should just be able to import it into OBS on my new computer, and hopefully, and it'll just be good. The only thing is I might have to remap the assets that are currently pointed to hard drives in this machine. Shouldn't really have to. I mean, only if the drive letter's changed, and I just have to change the drive letter probably. That might take like 20-30 minutes, but other than that, it shouldn't be too big a deal. So, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Hope everybody's having a good time wherever you are. Have a good night, and I'm sure you'll see me again probably tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow I should be doing something. I don't know what. We'll hopefully be playing something new. That would be fun. I think a lot of stuff with World of Warcraft that frustrates me is the stuff that's out of my control that I can't control. So it's, like the things that I would like to do in WoW are not rewarding enough. Like, because they're more like solo stuff. And I don't feel like there's enough people that are really wanting me to do it. I feel like the reason I want to do it is for the viewers on the streams. I want them to enjoy watching some of the challenging kind of challenges, like, of doing like the Grey Gear only, but I almost feel like there's just not enough people that really come into the streams, maybe. And sometimes if I get a lot of people, like when I leveled my Melee Hunter, the first one I ever did, when I was like 59 and going towards 60, I had over 100 people in my stream. And that was super cool. That was awesome. I was like, this is great. It was like, and people were really excited to see the Melee Hunter hit 60, and it was a hardcore. I was leveling a Melee Hunter hardcore. And people were really excited for that. And that was a lot of fun. So, and I know I did before I was banned on that account, I did a ZF run on my Melee Hunter it was probably about 4 days ago. And there was a rogue in my group who was totally geared out, right, in Zul'Farrak. And he was big time geared out. He had like really good weapons, really good gear. He had every single like potion. He had Mongoose up. He had Elixir of Giants up. He had a bunch of buffs. I don't think he had Crusader on his weapons. I think he had Fiery on enchant on both weapons. I don't think he had Crusader. But he was really well geared, and he out DPS'd me, which was not a surprise because he's a rogue, and he had really good gear, and he knew, and if you're a rogue and you have good gear and you know what you're doing, you should out DPS me. And he out DPS'd me, but I was number 2 on DPS in that dungeon. He actually private messaged me. He's like, holy shit. He's like, you do really good damage on your Melee Hunter. So that's the stuff that encourages me to play WoW. Is being able to do something that's not common, that surprises people. That's, I like to do stuff that surprises people. And they'll be like, oh shit, like Melee Hunter actually can work. That's what I try to do. Is try to show people that all those things that people tell you aren't necessarily always true. Like people say protection paladins can't tank. Now people I think can understand that yes they can now. But back 7-8 years ago when I was playing protection paladin, people wouldn't even want me to be in the group. And this is like non-hardcore servers. They didn't even want me in the group. It was like, oh, you're a protection paladin. Protection paladins don't even have a taunt. Protection paladins suck. And and that's obviously not the case. They're actually really good. So yeah. Anyways, you guys take care. I will catch you guys later. I will catch you guys later. Peace out. Peace out. Here, I'm going to leave you with, let's leave you with, see ya later. Peace out.